All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It Podcast. Let's start the show.
What's up, WeBook It fam? This is your boy Big Daddy C, the reigning, defending booking champion of the world. Filling in for Freaky Fritos, who is out, taking a bit of a break this weekend, but he shall return next week. This is your Smackdown Lowdown Show. I will not be doing his typical intro because I am the booking champion of the world. Shout out to Fritos, who I took that title from. Going to go over the events from last night's SmackDown. Starting out the show, we had Damian Priest attack Drew McIntyre, and they were pretty much brawling backstage before the security broke it up. Then we made it to the arena. Inside the ring, Tiffany Stratton made her way out to give a promo, only to be interrupted by Alexa Bliss. And then eventually Charlotte Flair would join them, and then she's talking her smack about how she's going to win Money in the Bank and pretty much get her way back to the top of the mountain. The crowd, of course, gave Charlotte hella heat. Giulia will make her way out for their triple threat match between her, Charlotte Flair, and Zelina Vega. All three men. All three. Sorry, it's early. It's early. I never record this early. All three women would trade multiple blows for like several minutes. Nobody could get a clear upper hand. Each competitor has some moments of control, but it never really lasted more than a minute. The pace was very quick. A lot of urgency in this match. But ultimately, Giulia will reign supreme, and then she would win the match and qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That was how that show opened. Next up, we had Chris Sabin versus Tommaso Ciampa. This match was pretty solid. I enjoyed it. A lot of hard-hitting matches. It was weird seeing Tommaso not have a full gray beard, but I like the new look, so it's pretty solid. You had Alex Shelley and Johnny Gargano at ringside, basically a lot of technical offense and defense going on here. Sabin used a lot of his high-flying maneuvers to add some excitement. Eventually, Shelley would take a running boot that was meant for Sabin during the distraction from Gargano. Ciampa would fake an injury, and Candice LeRae would surprisingly show up to help Ciampa get the victory with the running knee. So that's pretty much how that match ended. Next up, we had there was a backstage brawl with Zelina Vega was confronted by Chelsea Green, and then Zelina basically, attacked her, only to be jumped by the Secret Service, Piper Niven and Alba Fire. But then Michin and B-Fab would come help her. And so Michin was like, "Hey, look, man, let's take out. We want to take out the Secret Service real quick." And so the GM, Nick Aldis, was like, "All right, cool. Say less. Make the match. Let's get it." So we had the tag team match between the Secret Service, the Secret Hervis, versus Michin and B-Fab. And so this match was not much to write home about. A little back and forth action going on here. Zelina Vega did show up as to help even the odds, since Chelsea Green was on ringside trying to distract everyone. And so eventually Michin and B-Fab would score the win with their back-to-back finishers on Alba Fire. Like I said, the match wasn't long, but it was decent enough for what it was. Next up, we had another segment with Jacob Fatu, who was basically telling JC Mateo that he does not see him as family. The Solo Sikoa tried to play peacemaker. So a little interesting development there. And so there was a tag team match with Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo versus Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix. This match was also solid. A lot of back and forth action. Mateo held his own. We know what Fatu does. And Jimmy doing his thing, and Rey Fenix had a moment where he did this spinning top, I don't know what it is. It was a high flying corkscrew from the top. Man, that shit was fire, man. I loved it. But ultimately, Fatu and Mateo will gain the win. Mateo had his finisher called the Tour of the Islands. I actually like that maneuver. It's like a spinning power slam almost, and I love it. And so next up, Legado del Fantasma had a video package basically implying that they will be in action at Worlds Collide. That's going to be good pay-per-view combining WWE and the newly acquired AAA. And so I can't wait for that one. I will be watching that. Next up, we had an in-ring segment. R-Truth basically calling out John Cena, basically, talking about his match for Saturday night's main event, which is tonight, by the way. And basically saying the man that he's fighting is not the same man that he idolized. And if he got to beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into Cena, he'll do it tonight. So can't wait to see tonight's main event, Saturday night's main event. It's going to be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. Next up, we had LA Knight versus Aleister Black versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is another Money in the Bank qualifier match. So, man, you think about these three men, all ties with NXT, especially Aleister Black and Shinsuke. They part of that old black and gold era of NXT. And so it was good to see these three men going at it to get a spot. Man, it was everything you expected to be. A lot of reversals, a lot of high flying maneuvers, hard hitting spots. There were some high flying moments on the part of Aleister Black, which is kind of get you reminiscing about those old NXT days. And so I love to see every bit of that. Ultimately, LA Knight would take advantage of the black mask being hit on Shinsuke, and he threw Aleister Black outside of the ring and to get the pin, and basically took advantage and got the pinfall 1, 2, 3, and earned his spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's. And so looks like Shinsuke is still going. I know it was rumored that he was going to leave soon, but I know he had the issue with his brother. And so with the death of his brother, so he's taking time off for that, but he's back now. And so hopefully he sticks around long, because that man is the truth. And so next up, we had the main event, which is the Street Profits versus Fraxiom. This is the WWE Tag Team Championship match. This match started with 20 minutes left in the show. So they had a lot of time to give us a show, which they did. This match was on fire. Everything you expected to be between these two. I raved about these two teams going at it, for the Tag Team Championship. And the fact that we got it on SmackDown was just amazing. Hopefully we get another match between these two teams. So yeah, everything, high flying maneuvers, reversals, everything, fast paced action, everything you could expect was in this match. But of course, DIY, never to be forgotten. They showed up with Candice LeRae running to the ring, basically trying to interrupt the proceedings, only for the Machine Guns to come out and even the odds. And then Montez Ford would eventually take out all four men with a huge dive. As Montez Ford would prepare for his big frog splash, the lights went out and finally making their return after a long hiatus. The Wyatt Sicks made their return to SmackDown, and they were in the ring. They took out everyone, basically to make the match a no contest. Even with the ending, like, this was amazing. Of course, it happens on Bray Wyatt's birthday. We miss you, Bray. Rest in peace. Man, and then there was a nice little cool spot as they're like, you know, as the show's ending, there's like a little small birthday cake with a little candle lit. And it was, I think it was a red cake, if I'm not mistaken. And he blew the candle. He's like, "This is for you," and blew out the candle. Man, Uncle Howdy did that, by the way. And it was just amazing, man. Just, damn, a tearjerker, if you will. I loved it. Man, what a great way to end the show. The Wyatt Sicks are back and looking to wreak more havoc on the SmackDown roster. So we will see what happens. Maybe something happens tonight. If not, we'll have to wait till next week. But this was the episode of SmackDown and all of the action that took place. This is your boy Big Daddy C. Once again, filling in for Fritos. He will return next week. This is been your SmackDown Lowdown Show. Thanks for all who's been subscribing and following the podcast. We appreciate you. Continue to get the word out there. Continue supporting. So I will catch you guys probably, if not tonight. I'm thinking about doing a live watch along with some of the fellas. We'll see what happens. But if not, we'll be catching you guys on Sunday night tomorrow for our main podcast show. So signing out. Peace.